Hey now, what's going on, guys?
Hey now.
Man, dude, I have had some bad technical difficulties over the last couple of days with Streamlabs OBS. I think I'm gonna go away with Streamlabs OBS and just use regular OBS because for some whatever reason they are sabotaging me. I've said this before on the podcast. They cut me off in the middle of my podcast. They end my streams, and my microphone is not working on Streamlabs OBS. I've updated the firmware, I've updated the software, I've uninstalled, reinstalled, restarted my computer. Nothing works, guys. So I apologize. I have not been streaming lately. Stupid technical difficulties. I blame Streamlabs OBS and whoever is sabotaging me. But guys, today's video, I do want to talk about some dire wolves that people are talking about. Allegedly, they want to bring back dire wolves. I'm not sure, and I've been talking about this before. That they literally clone all kinds of animals. They have cloning labs. They can clone humans, they can clone animals, they can clone all kinds of crap nowadays. They can bring back we see it in movies like Jurassic Park. We see it in movies where they flirt with the idea of cloning stuff and cloning people even. I believe 100% they have cloned people. They have cloned celebrities. They have cloned politicians. They have body doubles. They do all kinds of weird cosmetic surgery. A lot of celebrities allegedly have died in the past, and they have cloned them in order to make profit. Okay, now there is profit whenever celebrities die, like we see whenever Prince died. He did, but I love Prince. But they took all his masters because he owned all his masters. They killed him allegedly, overdosed him with pills and things like that. And now they are back in control of all of his masters. Okay, this is all alleged. This is all from here. This is all hearsay stuff. Right. This is all stuff that I've picked up off the internet. I'm not sure if any of it's true or not. I'm just saying allegedly this has happened in the past. And we see in shows like Game of Thrones where they have these huge dire wolves, huge wolves, like big, gigantic wolves that are bigger than freaking lions. And we have here on X that they are trying to bring back the dire wolf. Elon Musk says, please make a miniature pet woolly mammoth. See, so he's actually flirting with the idea of cloning these animals. They have been extinct. Look, the first dire wolf in over 10,000 years. This is absolutely amazing what they're doing. And I don't like it, guys. I don't like it. But here we have the dire wolves. Here we have the article that says dire wolves return, science or fiction. Colossal Biosciences has announced the birth of two wolves, Romulus and Remus, on October the 1st, 2024. Why are we just finding out about this stuff when it happened last year in October 2024? Using genetic engineering. They use genetic engineering, guys. They genetically modify people's genes and animals' genes, and they recreate them, like the woolly mammoth, the saber tooth. They can bring back dinosaurs if dinosaurs were real. I don't believe they're real, but they can literally bring back or make dinosaurs, clone dinosaurs, if you will, in a lab. Test tube babies, test tube animals. They do it all the time. They clone chickens, they clone fish, they clone a lot of our food because there's so much high demand for food and meat. They turn to cloning animals at this point. Using genetic engineering techniques to recreate what they believe to be the extinct dire wolf, these wolves were developed from ancient DNA extracted from fossils dating back between 11,500 and 72,000 years. However, there is debate whether these animals are true dire wolves or genetically modified gray wolves designed to resemble dire wolves. The project has sparked a mix of awe, excitement, and ethical concerns among the public, with some drawing parallels to the themes of Jurassic Park. Guys, these people are playing God, and that's not the right way to do it. That's not the right way to create life, okay? Life is created whenever you have a male and a female, and they mate, and they bring offspring. That is the right way to create life. Life should not be created in a lab. I'm sorry, but it should not be created in a lab. I'm against a lot of these things that these test tube babies and these like IVFs and a lot of these surrogates and stuff like that. If you're not meant to have a baby, don't have a baby. As simple as that. It's not in the cards. Some people are not meant to have babies, and they go and they play God. Same thing with abortions. You should not be allowed to just take a life from an innocent baby, an innocent child. You are willing to take away that child's a right to live. The child did not ask to be put into the mother's womb. So you're going to take it away? No. And the way people are freaking justifying it, well, nobody else, we never got the choice to be born. We were just born. I'm going to sue my parents. Y'all are idiots, okay? You cannot be doing that. This is from Time Magazine. Extinct. This is Remus. He's a direwolf, the first to exist in over 10,000 years. Endangered species could be changed forever. They are, look, and you have that on the Game of Thrones. You see it on Game of Thrones all the time. The direwolves on Game of Thrones, and yeah, they're cool to look at, the CGI direwolves. But if you look at these huge, gigantic wolves, they are huge and they are scary and they will kill. Look how big this looks compared to this guy. Look how big these dire wolves are. They're way bigger. They're like 3-4 times bigger than regular wolves. This is insane. These are like Bengal tiger sized wolves. And I'm completely against this stuff like that. Why are we playing God right now? This is not the time to be playing God. This is not the time to be doing all these things and genetically engineering or modifying any kinds of animals. All right, in other news, we have Trump's 111 executive orders he passed in 2025. That is so many executive orders. We know Joe Biden pardoned like 8,000 people. I'm not sure if those are not executive orders, but we know that he bends the knee to the liberals. He basically, and they auto-penned a lot of Joe Biden's signatures. It was not the real Joe Biden signing those things. And even if it was him, the guy had dementia, allegedly, and he had like Alzheimer's. He forgot a bunch of stuff, allegedly, and he did not know what the hell he was doing throughout at least 3 years of his presidency, allegedly, right? We don't know who was pulling the strings for Joe Biden. It was definitely not Joe Biden. That dude's been off of his rocker. In 2025, President Donald Trump has signed 111 executive orders, the highest number at this point in any presidency in the last 100 years. This action has drawn significant attention, with 86% of the American public viewing Trump's approach to presidential power as distinct from his predecessors. Public opinion on his use of power is divided, with 47% believing he has too much power and 53% believing he has the right amount or too little. Now, I was all for President Trump. I was make America great again, America first. You see the American flag, you see the bald eagle. I am America first. You see my hat. I am all about America first. What I do have a problem with is putting other countries like Israel above us. We should be putting America first. Now, if we want to help out Israel, yeah, help them out in the right way, not commit genocide in Gaza, in the West Bank. I don't think that we should be ethnically cleansing anybody, okay? And we have to look at the facts. We have to look at the Federal Reserve. In 1913, the FBI was created. The Fed was created. We have all these things adding up. Who owns the banks? Who owns the music industry? Who owns the porn industry? Who owns the movies? Who owns all the sports teams and all the sports leagues? We have to look at the facts, guys. We have to use this. And this is all public knowledge, by the way. But this is all alleged. Shout out to Ian Carroll and Candace Owens. They do great work on exposing the truth in the elite. And RFK, that dude, I don't even trust that dude anymore. I was like, yeah, make America healthy again. You know what I mean? Get all the Red 40, get all the freaking pesticides out of our foods, get all the crap that we have, that we are consuming, that are poisoning us. They literally fucked up his voice, allegedly, from the flu vaccine that he took in the 90s, okay? So I'm against the vaccines. What God gives us in our body has enough to fight off any viruses, okay? Now, if you're really sick, yes, you need medical care, you need pills, you need big pharma, you need that. But guys, we know that that's a scam. We know that the insurance is a scam. They're working with the hospitals. They're working with the big pharma. They're working with all these crazy things. And we know that they are out to get our money and enslave us and make us sick. They sell us the sickness and they sell us the vaccines to heal us. They get us sick and they sell us the cure. That's everything they do. That's everything they do. So, wow. Even CNN is being forced to admit President Trump is absolutely kicking ass. Trump is not a lame duck. If there's anything, he's a soaring eagle. He's a soaring eagle. He's delivering on his campaign promises in a historic fashion. Yes, I was all for Trump with his historic campaign. Take a listen to CNN.
I think there was this concern among some folks that Donald Trump would come in for a second term and kind of be a lame duck. He ain't no lame duck. If anything, he's a soaring eagle. What am I talking about here? Let's
America
talk about
first,
Trump
yeah.
executive orders in 2025. He's already...
And by the way, I agree with Trump on 95% of things. There is a lot of things that I disagree with Donald Trump on, but we can get to that later.
We've signed 111 so far. That is the most at this point in a presidency in at least 100 years. In fact, it's the most in any single year, and we're only in April, since Harry S. Truman in the early 1950s.
So he has the most executive orders this early in the last 100 years. If that doesn't say anything, then that, you know, to you, then I'm sorry, you're just blind, okay? You believe what you want to believe, okay? But we are trying our best to make America great again, making America healthy again, okay? We want world peace. We don't want no war with anybody. We don't want a war with Israel and Palestine. We don't want a war with Ukraine and Russia. Trump called a ceasefire. But fucking Zelensky needs to goddamn show some freaking respect to President Trump because of everything that he's doing for the Ukraine. We shouldn't be giving them billions and billions of dollars because guess who's funding that? Us, the taxpayer dollars, are funding everything in all these different wars. And I'm against that. We should be living like kings over here, guys. What do you guys think about it? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. We should be living like kings. We should be the richest country in the world. Instead, we are $36 trillion in debt. Now, Trump has some really great ideas. Deport all the illegals. Get the ones that want to come here and work. Get them here on a green card or a work visa or even citizenship. I'm all for immigration in the right fashion. Get the men out of the women's sports. That is not fair to the women who've busted their ass their whole entire lives, like the Olympics, and then we have this man come and beat all the women's ass. And actually, I think they took away the gold medal from that dude, Iman, whatever the hell her name is. Not Iman Shumpert, it's somebody else. So guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll be uploading more content, probably not streaming as much. Let me know what you guys think, okay? God bless you all, and I'm always for America first.
Hey now.
And America first, absolutely.
America, fuck yeah, coming again to save the motherfucking day. Yeah, America, fuck yeah, freedom is the only way.
God bless you guys. Peace out.